I got an easy question. Two easy questions. Ready?
Shoot.
First one is, where are you from? Part one, part A, and part B, how long have you known one another? And part two, how do you feel about what you're doing now?
Okay, you start.
Well, I was born in Furnace Mesa, New Mexico. And I've known Mojo about 3 years. And how do I feel about it? Oh, I feel okay. I got farther playing the washboard than I ever did playing the guitar. What was that for you?
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. I mean, we got 2 albums out now. A year ago, no one in San Diego, you know, where we're based, would ever believe that we'd ever have an album out. I mean, the majority of the people were just shocked. The fact that the album's doing well, we sold a bunch of copies, it's on college radio. Obviously, you know, a lot of people on college radio like it and everything. Some guy told us that we were the darlings of college radio. They just, you know, we went out and got some dresses, you know, we put them on, we strutted up and down the avenue after we were told we were the darlings. And we feel pretty good about it. I mean, this second album, you know, we feel a lot better than the first, and the third one's going to be a lot greater. The third one is just going to be like, it's going to make the first album look like just a grain of sand in the Grand Canyon.
What's this album? Is this the Mojo White album?
I don't know. It's just going to be, I don't go for them double albums. It's a single album, each song on it, you know. Well, see, the first album had 13, the second one had 14. I guess we're going to have 15 on the next album.
Mojo, what are you trying to say with your music?
You've already asked this question before. I don't want to get into that. Now, what was the first part of the question there? Where were you from?
Where were you from? How long have you known Skid here?
I guess I know them about as long as they've known me.
That's about 3 years.
About 3 years now.
Actually, more like 4 or 5.
Yeah, we knew each other in different. We were in different bands in San Diego and stuff, hanging out, you know, and then
normal bands.
Semi-normal.
Regular normal bands. I was in a surf instrumental band playing guitar, and he was in a like 60s rock and soul band called the Majestics.
I know you consider yourself being pretty independent, but like, what's the closest identification you'd have? Like, cowpunk or just? What do you?
Oh well, you know, they got this whole American.
I know.
It's the whole American
that
insurgence,
bullshit,
you know.
that bullshit.
Right. They got a lot of different names of it. I figure we're kind of like the court jester of that whole movement.
Yeah, you're like outside of it all. Right?
Obviously, we play with all those bands. A lot of those bands have helped us, whether they be psychedelic or country influenced or blues influenced. Rootsy. There's a whole slew of bands that fall under 2 or 3 different categories. Everywhere from Camper Band Beethoven to the Beat Farmers to the Del Lords, Del Fuegos, you know, Reno Red. What's the other one?
Del Taco.
Yeah, Del Taco was into everything. There's a whole slew of them. B-Rodeo.
Don't you find that cowpunk scene like sell out,
Well, no, I mean, we knew most of them bands when they was first starting out, you know, and you know, there must be some, you know, there's always some kind of bandwagon activity, but
yeah, but I mean, outside of it all.
Well, real country music doesn't exist actually today. Country, what they call country music is just schlock pop.
Yeah.
I think this is an honest
yeah.
attempt to get back to rootsy country music. Even though some of it's kind of jump on the bandwagon, but so what?
Right. I mean, obviously, a year from now, one of these bands is going to have a huge hit, and then there's going to be a lot more of them. One of them's going to have like a commercial AM radio, MTV, you know, saturate the straight cats character. Maybe the Del Fuegos. And then everybody's going to try to be like them. Yeah. And everybody's going to say to us, you know, we did it before you. We were doing it in Afghanistan, you know, 5 years ago. What difference does it make? I mean, you know.
Man, don't you think that those bands that played Afghanistan, all those benefits, they weren't benefiting the people, but they were benefiting themselves, pushing themselves.
Well, you know,
putting themselves.
I think this is getting too serious.
Yeah, this is too dang serious.
Hey, wait, where are you from? That's the question.
Oh, I was born in North Carolina and I grew up in Virginia, a very small town. The town where Wendell Scott's from. It's a town that's very southern, very conservative, very small. You know, a lot of churches, a lot of preachers. High school football is a king, you know.
When's the last time you were there?
We were there. We stopped there on tour. I haven't lived there in about 10 years, over 10 years now. And we stopped there on the last tour. You know, but I haven't lived there. You know, I go back once a year, see my mama and everything. You know, and my father ran a black radio station there, a soul station, in the 60s, in the early 70s, you know, when James Brown, Otis Redding, and Carl Thomas, and Booker T and the MGs, and pretty much all my heroes, you know, Wilson Pickett, Arthur Conley. Arthur Conley's a god. There should be monuments up and down the streets for Arthur Conley. In fact, if I could ever find Arthur Conley and if he was willing and able, I'd have him sing on our next album. I wouldn't even sing, I'd just have Arthur sing, you know.
Alright. Skit. What do you consider fun? What's fun to you? It's a good time. For an evening. Say 6 to 12.
Yeah, I enjoy nature shows on PBS. Documentaries on prairie dogs and things like that. I'm serious. You think I'm joking, but I'm serious.
He's always watching these movies.
He's always making fun of me, too.
Yeah, well, they're kind of interesting, you know, but
Mole rats. We saw mole rats.
We saw a couple Beatles doing it on
yeah, bugs fornicating, and you know, they always have this super close-up.
Those close-up lenses are intense.
Oh, it's amazing. It's intense.
In my face.
These guys were sleeping the other night. There was these fish that were doing it. I forgot, but it was some kind of fish. Anyway, they change color as they're doing it. They're like chameleon fish. They kind of look like octopus. And like when they get excited, one would turn kind of darker and lighter and whatnot. It was crazy. It was a nutty thing, man. These kids are always watching these shows. In fact, when we get like the big tour bus, you know, we're not going to be watching Richard Pryor. We're not going to be watching Scarface. We're going to be watching nature programs on the video.
What about you, Mojo? What's fun for you?
What's a fun time?
Yeah, what's a good time?
Well, you know, I might wake up and I might eat a cheeseburger, drink a Mountain Dew, then I might see a Foghorn Leghorn cartoon on TV.
All right. Hey.
Well, then I'll go lay on the couch for a while and read a book that combines the best things of Nick Tosches and Hunter Thompson into one steaming, screaming, kind of psychotic thing. And then I'll get in my car, 67 Chevy Malibu, 4 on the floor, and I'll drive to a drive-in movie theater. And I'll watch Vanishing Point and Two-Lane Blacktop. Then I'll go see a band. I'll go see a band that plays, that covers the bigger gamut as Springsteen, as hard rockin' as Jason and the Scorchers, that's as fun as the Beat Farmers, that's as crazy as Mojo Nixon and Skid Roper, that's sensitive, that's powerful, psychotic, neurotic. And then I'll find a girl. Or a girl will find me. And then we'll go out somewhere. And then
What kind of girl you like?
I like them all.
And then you wake up.
And then I wake up. And I wake up, I'm in jail or
Some
something.
Wizard of Oz plot.
Yeah. More like green grass at home. Yeah.
Well, Invaders from Mars, too. I fell for that one again. You watch the whole movie and at the end it was just a dream,
Oh, it's just a dream?
It's just a dream. Oh, I spoiled it for you.
Well, I saw the original, but I didn't remember that 'cause I think I fell asleep right there. Yeah. I was like,
But at the dream, at the end, it starts to happen again. He wakes up and he does see the thing come down again.
You kind of have premonition.
You saw the new one?
Yeah.
The new one? Is
Yeah,
it good?
Toby Hopper did it, yeah.
Well, yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But I think they had to, they felt like they had to have fancy special effects. I mean, the original one, if you look in the back of the Martian, you can see the zipper down
Yeah,
the back.
right.
You know, and they're gonna
Right.
You like the cheesy B movies.
At the end of the original, it said, instead of the end, it said, the end, question mark, the beginning.
Oh! I saw this great movie. It was called Compulsion with an Orson Welles film. What was that guy's name? E.G. Marshall, is that the guy's name? And then Dean Stockwell. And at the end, and it is produced by some super sensational guy. You ever seen this movie, Ernst? It's about the Leopold and Lowell murders in Chicago in the 20s. These two super bright kids who went and killed somebody just as you know, to prove Nietzsche right, you know, that kind of thing. This is all true. And the movie's, you know, sensational, you know, attempt at it. Anyway, at the very end of the movie, the glasses are what gave him away, and it goes, compulsion! And then the glasses zoom in. You know, that's how they got caught, and they end up going to jail. And Orson Welles gives this Clarence Darrow type, soliloquy, you know, to get them off of the death penalty, you know. They go to prison forever. It was great. Is that the guy's name, Clarence Darrow? Yeah. Ernst, you don't know the name of Sinclair Lewis's famous book about the meatpacking plants, do you? No, something like money grubbers, carpetbaggers. I've been thinking about this all day. I can't remember.
Carpetbaggers?
No, Carpetbaggers.
Dirty old town.
Asphalt Jungle.
Yeah.
Dirty old town.
Had a name like Asphalt Jungle. Two words like that.
Two Men Black. No, that was it.
Yeah.
Good movie.
That was Sinclair Lewis's other movie.
Monty Elman. Vanishing Point and 2 Lane Blacktop. And then maybe you could watch like The Driver or something, you know, one of Walter Hill's early films. And then everybody peels out of the drive and at 180 miles an hour, you know, going over the bumps. Well, shoot, I think that's about it. You got anything else to say, Skid? Y'all got any more questions?
Nah.
See y'all later.
Well, I have a question. What's this going to be used for?
This here's gonna be used against you. No. This is an underground rock and roll
Might see this on TV in a couple of years.
TV. This is for public access TV.
Ah.
Local. That's what it's going to be used for.
Excellent.
Okay. Underground New Wave Theater.
Yeah.